G'day and welcome back to our Austria-Hungary campaign in Hearts of Iron 4. So we're focusing on the Middle East at the moment. We got to wait for our ship production to ramp up, which is basically going to come down to these factories and everything. Did have a think about what our next focus is going to be. We're going to go for construction engineering so that we can just knock out those dockyards and then factories that much faster. Now, I still reckon there's a dangerous naval invasion in eastern Siberia. I think the Japanese would deal with that as soon as it happened, if it ever does. But if the Americans want to throw some troops over there, I guess they could do that as well. We could go to war with other people there to let Japan screw them over, but no, we won't do that. Yeah, let's take a look at naval supremacy. Japan is still supreme in their region, so that's good. Yeah, our 3 submarines can't really take on the Allied fleet in the English Channel for a while. Joint tank procurement is done. We're going to go construction engineering. Thank you very much. We just need a really quick break through there. Enemy air superiority, which they apparently have. I did just move the naval bombers over here. Yeah, they can still not reach nearly far enough. They could reach down here. No, let's grab all these guys to go to the Tyrrhenian Sea. See if we can kill somebody down there. Get our naval bombers a little experience. Otherwise, what are the fighters doing? Czechoslovakia. Can't reach enough of that, but Tyrrhenian Sea, we've got a chance. So yes, naval strikes and port strikes. Definitely the way to go for them. Alright, Iraq. When's this going to be? The end of this month, 30th of June. They, at the moment, only have 2 divisions, so we should be able to crush them fast enough. They got Baghdad, they have Basra, and they have Mosul. So, just to make sure you guys understand, you're doing a spearhead to there from... Alright, maybe not. Can't be bothered sorting that out. Let's declare the war. Conquer. Go. You're going to do a manual spearhead to there. You guys are going to Baghdad. And you guys will just do what you're already doing. That's his 2 troops down there. There won't be anybody over here that can come through in time. And Vichy France is getting Free French stuff as Turkey roll through. We do want to go and occupy the things that we want first. Victory in the Battle of Ajaccio. Planes versus convoys. Alright, well, knock out some convoys. That'd be okay. And yeah, take out that bit because it's looking a little ugly. Yeah, there are some tanks coming in, but we've got the capital, we've got this. Iraq, we're gonna have to take the other city. And once these guys arrive, we do want to get down to Kuwait as well. Alright, push back his tank with the men that are already on their way. Looks like they just want to generally spread out. We get these guys coming from the other side of the river, just in case. Alright, they're heading over. We're going to cut off the Turks, make them come through our territory. We can offer them military access. Won't worry about that yet. Alright, as soon as we're in Mosul, we want to push them at least over to that river as a priority. And then, yeah, little bits and pieces there still. Looks like that was a naval invasion that they're dealing with. Somebody's going to get up into Mosul. We're still going to have to defend this, which is a little unfortunate. As long as they don't retake Baghdad. Who's getting in first? There we go. End of the day. That should be a capitulation. Iraq have capitulated and given us a few weapons. Research is finished into WN35. That would be the tactical bombers. I do want to knock these out. It's a year off. It's 44 tech. There's no other thing we can get for that, so we're just going to start on that now. We need to build them sooner rather than later. Alright, can we get anybody up there? I think the Turks can take that particular little piece of land. Ah, didn't quite get him before he got out of there. Alright, they're heading through. Recon company, good. We're going to need better engineers as well. And the rest of this is good. We've got Kuwait. We're not at war with Saudi Arabia. So we can't get through there, but they can't get through to us either. So we're just going to push this through over to Africa. That's not going well. Aren't any of these guys helping? Alright. Well, if you want to come in and take it, that's all good. The French... Well, it's French land, but it's still mostly UK troops. Is that New Zealand? Malayans. Alright, get over to Al-Hajra. And this is a small army we have over here, so we're going to have to be careful not to actually lose any of them. Just a 24 stack under a 5. He's a desert fox now. A trickster desert fox. And Japanese and Siamese air forces over here. Doing good for us. Alright, do we have control of Tyrrhenian? We do. Western Mediterranean. Don't really like our chances with. Got these guys turned on. At some point they're going to jump across there without us realising it became possible. And what do we have? 7 boats. And we've started production on the next one. So 2.5 per month plus half per month. So making 3 submarines per month at the moment. That will keep getting faster as the rest of these finish being built. Alright, that little bit's taken care of. This one, I mean, we should have the encirclement bonus on them. It's just no good yet. Crossing this river is going to be nasty. Well, it looks like we might be able to get around behind them. Can we grab this guy to go and take that port, then run up the coast? Alright, yeah, they've still got way too much supply. Ours is, well, 0 in there, so we need to get out of it. That's a lot better. Alright, these guys going province by province for now. We're going to need them to come through there. The sooner we can take this supply port and then to get this whole region, the better. Also, taking the Suez Canal so we can get Japanese... Well, I don't think the Japanese ships will ever come through to the Mediterranean, but you never know. And the Turks are happy with just that little border region they've given to Vichy France. Okay, I don't think anything else particularly horrendous is happening at the moment. So it is still, I imagine, just the UK and the US that are the main powers. Trade interdiction was the first one, so then we have to choose radar patrols for ships we're not making. Carrier organization, no. Submarines are definitely our thing. Alright, taking Amman, taking Jerusalem, getting into Tel Aviv. They are going to cut us off though. Let's grab a couple of these guys to take a crack at this. You have to keep a very close eye on what's happening down here. As much as I want to go over there, we really need to deal with this area first. Alright, let's try this. If we can encircle them and get rid of them. These guys, really, we should be able to do something about, shouldn't we? River crossing on a bit of it. Coming through this way now, though. Alright, once you've done that, come up to the coast, come down, get into Lebanon from the north. Again, this is looking good, so we can push in. Not there so much. He is trying to get there. Lost that. Alright, as long as we reinforce this. Just need to get the other port, then their supplies will be done. Alright, we are getting closer. And you want to go the wrong way. How about you take the bit to the north first. And the other guy's pushing out. Well, we are pushing him back. And the guys on the German border say they're still preparing. They've been there for a hell of a long time. Alright, they're spreading out. We need all of our forces on this. Just if the Turks aren't going to be helping. Somebody there. Yep, 3 of them are going in. Then we can roll them back. They're going to have supplies here for quite some time. And here come their reinforcements. That's exactly what we didn't want to happen. So they're going to retake Tel Aviv. And we're going to be way too thin on this. I think we might actually lose some troops here if our men don't get closer together very quickly. Going to lose supply in here once these are gone as well. Can we hold him back long enough for at least one of these guys to come in? Looks like we can handle that. Alright. And 3 guys on this one. Yeah, that needs to change. But we do need to win this so they can move off this front onto this one. Yeah, you're being a bit stupid with the way you're doing that there, bud. If we can roll around this way, that'll shorten our line. He's taken Tel Aviv. We need to get that tank out of there so we can get up to Beirut. This guy can keep trying to retake Tel Aviv as well. Who will get in first? 22 hours versus a day. Okay, so we let him keep going. And it looks like we want to do some fights up there. That should be a win. They are mostly trying to do that already, so there's a bit of a fight going on there. So if the Turks can take that, we just need to come down this way. They've retaken Tel Aviv again. And these guys who are miles off, let's just add them onto this, so at least we can defend the southern part. Alright, I think the Turks have moved out further. Get over if we can. You need to be going to Beirut. And so do you. Alright, pretty sure we've got this area tied up. Wonderful supply around Amman. This is lost. We've got too many men coming from somewhere else. Just push out this way a little. Alright. Alright, he's going to make a dash for the edge of the Sinai. This guy is going to eventually try and encircle him. Hopefully they run that way. Nope. Alright, take him out. This organization is too low to advance for a while. Alright. Can we keep pushing through to Damascus while they're on the back foot? Looks like no. These guys, though, definitely need to beat the Turks into Beirut. It's actually the Germans doing the fighting there. And last government modification. The High Command will go with the armor, because we are going to make some tanks eventually. Alright, so race to Beirut. Which are the ones we actually need for this achievement? Restore Austria-Hungary. We need Jordan and Palestine from this region. It's Aleppo. It's Lebanon. Damascus. So Palestine we've already got. And Jordan we've already got. Alright, so we don't really care about what happened up here. We'll be fine. Main. And this is going well. So again, we're going to want to come down the back. Come around this way. If this guy can cut across the center, get some organisation on his way there. This guy, similarly, is going to cut them off. Then attack from behind. It's about to tell him to attack, he did it by himself anyway. And this guy is going to head straight through. Alright, non-aggression is not our thing. Cavalry, it's way too soon to be attacking them. And our manpower's holding pretty firm. We just need to make sure that we have a chance of getting Damascus. Alright, so the zone ends there. We do kind of want to take that particular little province in the state. Yeah, it's not going to happen with these men. Well, Damascus is about to fall. Who gets in there first is the question. 1 day and 10 hours for them, and 1 day 12 hours for us. And yeah, he gets in there a couple of hours before us. Well, that sucks. And that means we won't be able to spin around and get to Beirut, because it'll be his land that we go through to get to it. Ooh, we actually scored it. Nice. Well, in that case, give us Beirut. It's the last of the supply ports for him. Liberia joined the Allies. Okay, well, he does have allies all around him. We're losing convoys. I assume that's not actually men being stupid enough to get on them. It's just going to be supply convoys. And how are we going to do this? We just need to keep pushing on them as hard as we can. Alright. Set them up to actually do it properly. And otherwise, we're going to be sitting there. So these guys are going to be careful. They just need to hold this line. Next question. This would be contested now. So at least the Allies can't use it. Japanese can't either, but that's fine. Getting over to the Nile would be useful. Guess we can see if it's possible. It's not, so we'll leave them alone. Alright, how many divisions sit on that? 8. So we've got 4 and 4. If we could grab the guys on this side of the river, take an extra province. Don't have to deal with naval invasions coming from there. Alright, dangerous naval invasion in the Middle East. 1 division. Really? That's just annoying. Alright, get them onto it. Otherwise, get these guys involved. A bit of reconfiguring, because that has disappeared. Really? You do still need that job. Don't want to have to retake that again. But now we're in. So these guys hold. Can they attack this? They can. Alright, get around onto them from both sides. They'll pull back soon, and then we can just try and take the port. Alright, pull them back to defend. Convoy interdiction. Next up, unrestricted submarine warfare. Submarine attack goes up. We're going to need that for the English Channel. Alright, I got 3 and 3 on there, so at least we outnumber them, and they'd have to do a river crossing. Over here, let's go retake that port. Thank you very much. And then come back through the other side from them. Naval invasion of Turkey. The Germans can deal with. And over here in the channel, he's got more ships than before. We're up to 17 in our fleet. And we don't want to know about all this stuff. You know, we could bring our naval bombers over here. And we're up to the final bit on this one. It's going to take some serious fighting to get into that. Just the defensive value they have for being entrenched. Don't know if we can wear them down faster than they can wear us down. So let's turn these guys back up to, I don't know, aggressively, well, not aggressively. Balanced will do. Retake this, get them out of there. And enemy has air superiority in the Middle East. That's fine. Japanese get it back. Alright, that's done. They will go somewhere hopefully useful. Can't do river crossing against his tanks or his infantry. Up here, we're up into the 20s now. And what flag is that? It's not French. Malayan infantry brigades, perhaps, are the ones losing their strength. And they're the main part of it. So, yeah, we should be able to do this soon enough. They keep attacking 2 or 3 divisions at a time. Throw some more into it. Get some reserves in there. Should be good. Okay, so we didn't end up having to go to war with Turkey. That was helpful. They do have some nice production, usually. Okay, maybe not. Alright, how are we doing here? We're only taking out American convoys at the moment. He does have battleship and heavy cruiser that we're damaging, though. So I guess we'll keep the planes out there. Dispatch all these results. We don't want to know about all of them. And who is this? Frickin' Canadians going to Norway. Guess we can grab these guys to come way over here. As soon as they land, we'll give them a thing to jump on. Not that one. Well, you need to move in there. It's going to give it to the wrong guys. Get rid of this. Alright, try this again. That one. From there. No, it's still... Damn it. What we're trying to say is... I want to do it from this province. There we go. Retake Trondheim. Do it as soon as you arrive. Whatever. They're going to roll around there for a bit. And in the English Channel... Yeah, let's call that 30 ships. I think once we've got an equal number, we'll just try and get over there. We're going to need to take an airbase. Can't remember where the airbases are. How do you see them on enemy lands? You're not allowed. We know he's got a level 10 airbase in there somewhere. Okay, well, I'm going to take a short break here, and when we come back, we will defend the Sinai. We will take... Where's this region again? We'll take Lebanon, and we'll just keep doing our research until we have our fleet ready to go. So, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and hope to see you again soon. See you later.